Hi, and welcome to this episode of the Successful Franchisee's Beautiful View. And if you're looking to invest in and start your business with a premier home service brand that's doing it right by focusing on culture, fit, and alignment with their franchise partners, you won't want to miss this conversation I have today with Dan Feltman, the co-founder and also the franchise developer for the garage floor company. Dan also happens to be an ex state patrol officer from Indiana. Sit back and enjoy this conversation that I have. Hi, and welcome to this episode of the Successful Franchisee's Beautiful View. And I am honored to be joined by Dan Feltman. He is the franchisor, one of the co founders, and he's also the vice president of franchise development for the garage floor company. And Dan, welcome to the show. It's great to see you, and I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks, Luke, for having me on. This is going to be an amazing time. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's start right into the deep conversation of tell me about the culture of the garage floor and what you are creating right now.
Yeah, so we are trying to create a culture-bound, driven franchise here at the Grouse Store Company that in our industry of doing concrete coatings, we found other franchises just really they lack that. And what I mean by culture is really surrounding ourselves with the right people that have the right mindset, right drive, the right ambitions. They're really family driven. And they're just the right people that you want to be around day in and day out. They're not negative Nancy's or anything like that. So we're really trying to focus in on bringing in the right people into our organization, and we look at culture. It's a big part of that deciding factor whether we want to partner with you guys or not. And those are the type of people that we're trying to build within our system to go around it.
Yeah, and you mentioned the right mindset and the positivity. What are other key elements to what that right mindset might look like?
Yeah, so a big thing for us that we try and circle ourselves around, with me being a former state trooper, is being able to follow orders and really be able to follow systems. And when it comes down to it, not looking negatively if somebody tells you to do something or has a something in place, but really takes that into heart and says, "Yeah, yes, sir, no, ma'am," and things like that, and just kind of drives and gets that perfect mindset that it's not negative to you if something is going bad, but it's actually a positive to help you out and to not really, get down on yourself, but to always look up upon yourself to grow.
Yeah, and that brings up a balance question because some of the best franchisors have their ideas come from franchisees. So, how do you balance having your franchisees follow the systems to a T so that they're successful because you've already proven they are, but then also being able to take their input and their fresh ideas and fresh eyes to your system and incorporate that in for everybody else's benefit?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I'm human being. I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. There's a million different ways to skin a cat, so to speak. And when we get certain ideas, we take them very seriously. And the first thing that I like to do is if a franchisee comes to me and says, "Hey, I got this great idea. Have you ever thought about doing it like this?" And if I haven't thought of it that way, I implement it immediately into my system. I still own and operate my own local, so I can start testing things out for everybody. And I like to test and test and test, and I don't mind, wasting my time and efforts to figure things out for my franchisees if they really believe in this system that's going to work. So, we're definitely evolving. We're an emerging brand, so to speak, as they call them. And with an emerging brand, you always have to adapt and change. And everything's changing in this world. And if you don't change your systems and continue to improve upon them, then you're failing as a business. So that's kind of how we feel going into it. You know, Josh, he'll come to us with, he's one of our franchises in Wisconsin, and he'll say, "Have you ever thought about this idea?" And I just go right at it. And I'm like, "Nope, never thought about it. I'm going to use it right now, and I'll let you know how it goes. And if it works, and we're going to spread it to everybody because that's an amazing idea." So yeah, we love different ideas.
Yeah. And when we talked last week, you said how Josh's military background is a huge factor in being successful the way that he is. Tell me more about that and the type of franchise partner that you're looking for.
Yeah, so Josh comes from the Navy Seabees. Um, he long life in the military, very focused and driven individual. When you go into a military or paramilitary, like I was with the state police, you I say brainwash, but it's just the right type of people. They really focus in on you and to make you a better person as a whole. And when Josh came to us, he just had that right mindset of I want to be better for not only myself, but everyone else around me, not just my family, but even my colleagues around me. And he just had that drive and that ambition to make everybody else successful. And when he knew that if he did that, he's going to make himself successful. So the military is like key for us looking for the right individuals. We're really trying to reach out to those type of individuals because they become amazing franchisees. They love following orders, but they also know how to innovate and create new opportunities that no one else can see around. They just have an amazing entrepreneur mindset, and we just love focusing in on partnering with military, police, fire, all those organizations. They're just amazing people. Not saying everybody else isn't, but these people were just brought up a little bit differently, and they just have that drive and ambition that we're really looking for here at the Garage Floor Company.
Yeah. And if I hear you right, it's the follow orders, but adapt and overcome challenges when they arise.
Exactly. Yeah. So like just in any military, when they're out in the field, they have their orders, I need you to go do this. But if something changes, you got to be able to change on the fly and figure it out along the way as you go. And those are the type of people that we love partnering with.
Yeah. Outstanding. And how are you finding your military vets? What type of marketing strategies are you using right now?
Yeah, so right now we use the broker network. So we just deal with a lot of different brokers. We're trying to still find the right ones to work with within our organization. Um, we haven't found everybody that really, I guess, cares about what we're trying to do here at the Garage Floor Company. Maybe a little bit unique and different that we're focusing in on. But we deal with a lot of brokers, which are consultants that bring in individuals to us that they have in their system. So that's the biggest thing that we're using right now. We do a lot of social media posting. I'm on there a lot. I'm trying to post out there, trying to get out there, the outreach, just to explain who we are, how we are. That's a big thing for us right now is LinkedIn, YouTube, podcasts, all those different items is how we're trying to reach different individuals going forward.
Yeah, thank you. And if I could summarize just a little bit, your main focus isn't necessarily monetary driven, it's purpose driven. If I mean the money has to be there or else you're not going to be around for very long being in business. But
Right.
that's not the main focus of because I run into a lot of franchisors that say, I'm going to grow to 100 units in 2 years. Well, okay, how are you going to support that many people? How are you going to train that many people? And it seems like, Dan, that your thought process is we're going to do this right and make sure everybody succeeds.
Yeah,
Did I
just to kind of give
summarize
a
that
little.
okay?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, just a little bit of a background, really quick. So we've been franchising since 2025. We have three corporate locations technically. Um, and then we have a total of one franchisee now in our system that we're working with. and we just had one exit, but that's a long story. But the biggest thing that is driven by us is the whole reason we started this is because we come from another franchise that did a similar industry and they treated people poorly. They didn't care about them. And we saw the lack that most of our industry focuses in on is product sales, and they don't focus in on that individual. And Jeff and I, being from the, police and fire background, we have a really strong heart for individuals, whether you're police or not, just individuals in general. And we really want to focus and help people to be successful because we know when we were successful, we want to share that wealth. And I have young kids, and a big thing for me was I wanted to spend more time with them. And I was always gone traveling, doing state police stuff, and I never had time for them. And I missed a lot of their your years. And I said, no more. And then this business really afforded me that opportunity to get more freedom. I work more than I ever have, but it's more freedom, and I get to spend time with the people that I love and care about. And so that's what we wanted to share. So we're a slow growth franchise. We're not a fast one. We want the right people in the organization that want to be like us or like-minded like us to grow with us. But we also just want to make sure that everybody's successful. Obviously the money has to be there, but it's not money driven. It's the passion behind it that we really want to help other people out. And that's just pretty plain and simple. It's just we just want to help.
Yeah. And what does for anybody that might be interested in exploring partnering with the garage floor company and you, what does your due diligence process look like? Just a summary.
Yeah, so we have basically it's about a 7-step process that you go through with us, from, making sure you're monetarily qualified in the very beginning, because it does cost money to be part of a franchise in anything you do. And then we just kind of go through different life cycles. We meet with you, we talk like this on a podcast type thing on a Zoom. And then we go through different numbers and breakdowns, and unit economics is key. That's like another, and then we go through your territory where you're at. Is that a viable location? And we just really get to know you. And if that all works out, then you actually come out and meet Jeff and I in person, and we get to meet you and really get to dive deep and know you more on a personal level. And then after that, it's you decide if you want to join us, if we make you that offer.
Yeah, great. And you were talking about territories. What is a viable territory for the garage floor company?
Yeah, so we territory map everything for you. So we'll look at your different areas. We qualify people at 150,000 qualified single family households, but they also have to be 75,000 plus income in areas because we know it takes a lot. That's a lot of households, 150,000. It's not population, it's not people, it's house qualified households at that too.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Outstanding. What's the mix between commercial flooring and residential?
Yeah, so we'll do about 20% commercial and about 80% residential. And we follow and we say that we do most of our contracts or builders that we deal with. Those are more on the residential side. So we don't put those in the commercial space. Commercial would just be like car dealerships, airplane hangars, things like that.
Yeah. What haven't I asked you in our time together today that you'd like folks to know before we sign off?
Yeah, so if anybody's interested, would love to connect with you. You can find me on LinkedIn, Dan Feltman, the Garage Floor Company franchise, or reach out through email. You can find us on our website. Check our websites out. If you want to just have a phone call, I'm always available. I love talking with people, just to chat with you. And if you have any questions, would love to help out.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dan. And I'll put your email and your phone number in the comments for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching this episode of the Successful Franchisee's Beautiful View. Stay safe and win every day.